Hi guys, how are you? Here's Mila next to me, of course. Alright guys, so today I want to talk to you about a little bit something different, and it's going to be not related to nutrition or fitness, but it's going to be about loss and death and how to help yourself heal through that process. So if you know me or if you don't know me, my mother was shot and killed a year and a half ago. She was perfectly healthy. There was nothing wrong with her, but that's what happened. She was in a relationship, and anyways, that's what happened. There's no other way of saying it. She was 50 years old. Hi, Mila. Hi. So, anyways, I was, I believe, 28 at that time, and in the beginning, I had no idea what to think. I didn't really know that much about death. My grandpa died when I was about 10 years old, and that's about the only thing that I really had to deal with in my life. So to me, that's a big shock. Somebody that you speak to every day, somebody that is your everything in your world, just vanishes. And I really did not know how to deal with that part of somebody vanishing. It's like they vanished into thin air. It's like I've had my mother with me obviously my whole life, and then all of a sudden the next day she wasn't there, and I had to plan her funeral and figure out what to do and talk to lawyers and all the stuff that I never ever had to deal with. So and the biggest thing that I want to talk to you guys is about really, I guess, how to mentally deal with it. And thankfully, I believe in God, I believe in heaven, and it really helped me to imagine her going to heaven and going into that place, and just being there and knowing that she was at peace and knowing she was happy. Mila's trying to ruin my setup here. And that's where, I guess that's one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk to you guys is about when something like that happens to you, or you have any kind of loss, is it's really how to wrap your mind around it. And the way I was able to do it is just to imagine her in a fun, happy, healthy place where she was at peace. And my grief is something that I had to deal with on my own. I wanted to share, there was several books that people even sent me that I ended up reading later, but when you go through that initial shock, I think the most important thing, guys, is just to surround yourself with people that you love, and which that happened to me, thank God. My friends were around me, my husband, other family members were around me. But in that initial shock, one of the best things you can do also is to make sure you are feeling your emotions and you're not trying to, I guess, like stifle them away is another way of saying it, which is what I did for a period of time. I thought it was fine. I went back to, like working out in a week, and I thought I was doing okay, but really there's so many things that you can't process right away. And I just want to let you guys know that that's okay. If you have had somebody that has maybe left you, or that somebody that has died, it's okay to not know exactly what to do, and just to be in that moment and to be in that presence. And then you get a puppy, and that always helps. No, it's just, that's probably why I got her. But I just want to let you guys know also that that process does get better, right? When you lose someone, you go through so many emotions, and it's only been a year and a half, and I'm still like a roller coaster, up and down on a weekly, daily basis. But the thing that helps me be grounded, and the thing that helps me be somewhat okay with what happened, is the fact that I know my mom's in a good place. I know she's in heaven. I know she's with God. That really brings so much peace to me, knowing that she's in a good place and that I can still, talk to her, sense her, whatever it is that, you have that relationship with. That's really the number one thing that grounds me every day. Also, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I try to read every book I could, because I just like couldn't wrap my head around like where did she go? Where did my mom go? But there's a book by Anita Moorjani that's called, I believe it's called Dying to Be Me, where she has a near-death experience. And that book helped me so much, because it showed me that when this woman had a near-death experience, she was pretty much dead, declared dead. She was in heaven, and how beautiful it was and how wonderful it was. And that just made me imagine my mother in that wonderful, beautiful place. And that was a thing that was really the turning point of my fear and everything else that happened. I used to wake up with nightmares. I couldn't sleep. I would wake up at 3 a.m. I couldn't move because of the fear I had. I don't know what I was fearing. But after reading that book and after just hearing that woman speak, that really brought a lot of peace to me. So if this has happened to you recently, or somebody has unexpectedly left, or if they've died, or whatever else has happened, I hope that you find peace in knowing that they're in a good place. And that's really the number one thing that has helped me this whole year. I can talk about, my other experiences that I've had, everything I've had to do, which there's so much stuff you have to do when somebody really close dies to you and you're responsible for everything. I can talk about that process because I didn't know any of this stuff. I was Googling and researching things like this, and I was kind of like going into this blind. But now on the other side of it and going through it, there's really so much depth and beauty that you can really see, and so much more connectedness that you feel to other people, and the experience that you had when something like this happens. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it's not happy fitness nutrition, but that's the reality. This is what happens in life, and we have to deal with it. So if you guys want to know any more about my experience, I would be completely willing to share and just to help somebody else out that was in my situation. So I hope you guys have a good day, and if you are going through this, I wish you lots of love and healing, and just to know that it does get better, but you have to also work on it as well. Okay guys, so I hope you guys have a good day. Okay, bye.